Good afternoon and welcome to Arise News Now. I'm Gavin Ramjohn in London. It's Saturday the 13th of July and our top story at this hour, the torrential rain and landslides in the west of China have left more than 200 people dead or missing, and the country is bracing for further damage as Typhoon Sulik powers past its coastline. Paul Chapman reports.
At least 200 people are now dead or missing after a week of flooding across a wide area of China. By Friday, at least 26 people had lost their lives in Sichuan province in the southwest. The China News Service said some 166 others were missing. Roads and homes have been swept away by floodwaters and landslides. Amateur video shows the devastating power of one landslide in Anxian County. 10 people are still missing, including a local government worker coordinating disaster monitoring. His wife described the scene.
It sounded like thunder. I jumped out of bed and looked outside and saw the landslide coming towards us.
Thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes. Some were helped to safety by rescue teams using makeshift bridges. In the northwestern province of Shaanxi, another 20 lives have been lost in the past week. Emergency workers are digging through the mud and debris to find the victims of another landslide. China's preparing for more bad weather with the anticipated arrival of Typhoon Sulik on the east coast. It's already hit Taiwan, where parts of Taipei were flooded on Saturday. Rescue workers helped residents in some low-lying areas to escape their flooded homes. At least one person's been killed, a police officer hit by a falling brick on his way home from work. Sulik is currently rated a Category 1 typhoon on a scale of 5. It was expected to weaken into a tropical storm over the weekend, according to the Tropical Storm Risk website.
Friday's train crash just outside Paris, which left 6 people dead and 9 in a critical condition, was not caused by human error. That from the French Transport Minister. The rail company says the derailment was probably caused by a faulty switch part. Transport Minister Frédéric Cuvillier also praised the efforts of the driver for averting an even more serious incident. The train was carrying hundreds of passengers when it derailed in Brittany-sur-Orge and was en route to Limoges. Rescue workers are still searching the wreckage. Airlines around the world are watching closely to see what caused a fire to break out on an Ethiopian Air-owned Boeing Dreamliner this morning at London's Heathrow Airport. Air India owns 7 of the much-hyped new Boeing Dreamliners. The airline's bosses say they will not take any action until investigators say what caused the fire. The fire comes just 11 weeks after the Dreamliners were cleared for flying following an earlier safety concern. Jian Yerman reports.
A fresh blow for U.S. plane maker Boeing. One of its 787 Dreamliners operated by Ethiopian Airlines caught fire at Britain's Heathrow Airport Friday. Television footage showed an area on the fuselage that appeared to be scorched. Heathrow briefly closed both of its runways to tame the fire, which broke out while the plane was parked at a remote stand. No passengers were aboard. The latest incident comes only months after the Dreamliner returned to service. Boeing was forced to ground the new planes in January after the batteries caught fire on 2 of its jets in a span of 2 weeks. Federal regulators approved the Dreamliner's return to service in April. Boeing said that it had people on the ground working to understand the cause of the fire, while the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration said it was in contact with Boeing. The Dreamliner, considered to be a game changer for Boeing, was being closely watched to see if it could fly incident-free. It has faced nearly a decade of development, billions of dollars in overruns, and years of delays.
Finally, hundreds of camera crews and photographers from around the world are eagerly awaiting the latest addition to the royal family. The Duchess of Cambridge is expected to be going into St Mary's Hospital in London any day now. Most of the gathered crews are camped outside the hospital's Lindo wing on tenterhooks for any sign she'll be admitted. Experts predicting that today is the day she'll give birth. That's all for now. We'll return you to our regular programming.